Hi, I'm William Malik with your bit of security for January 22nd, 2025. As you know, this week in the United States, we observed Martin Luther King's birthday. Um, his inspiration and integrity, clarity of purpose, inspired many to consider how we can make our piece of the world a better place. As a security professional, we recognize that our responsibility includes the context in which we exercise our skills, and that includes the integrity of the overall enterprise. When the Reverend Dr. King was murdered, many wondered what might become of his work. Fortunately, like-minded individuals stepped in to carry it forward. Today, we're talking about succession planning. When an organization undergoes a transition in leadership, the value of the enterprise can be put at substantial risk. A smooth, planned process can reassure investors, employees, business partners, and other interested parties in the long-term integrity of that enterprise, while a messy, chaotic process can raise considerable doubt as to its viability. In history, dictatorships almost never have smooth succession plans, with the possible exception of North Korea. Even there, any attempt at succession planning looks suspiciously like a coup attempt. Businesses don't do well when their identity is tied too closely to a single figurehead and that figurehead leaves. IBM was originally computing, tabulating, and recording. When Tom Watson joined it after being fired from National Cash in 1914, he came in as general manager and became president 2 years later. He renamed the company International's Business Machines. At that time, its products include butcher's scales, time clocks, the simplex time recorder. If you ever had to physically punch a time card, that was the device you probably used. That was one of the subsidiaries. He guided the company for decades, but along the way, he made sure that his values and the reasons behind his innovations were clear, unambiguous, and discussed openly, not merely embedded doctrinaire-wise into the corporate culture. Larger than life personae in leadership roles can bring short-term benefits, but long-term damage. Chainsaw Al Dunlop, IBM's own Nukamed Lucenti, Ken Lay, Bernie Madoff, and others were all phenomenal in the short run. So the great tyrants in history had a good run for a bit, but the long-term consequences were dire for generations after their departure. As a security professional, you should consider your organization's broader succession planning approach. You may want to consider bringing up with the board of directors, especially when you consider how highly sensitive information is to be accessed in the event of a crisis or a disaster or a succession event. Our responsibility as security professionals to make sure that the integrity of the information, the data held in the organization, is preserved, and that includes who accesses it. So succession planning has a direct interface with your identity management strategy. Please think about how you would approach the board to enhance or address or review your succession planning scheme. Changes can happen at any time, and the greater the clarity you can provide, the more secure you can protect not just the information, but the long-term value of the enterprise for all of us who are concerned about its viability. I'm William Malik, and that's our bit of security. Be safe.